What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Willie Does Wrestling here, back at it again with a brand new video. And I'm making this video because, well, I'm just gonna fucking say it. Triple H saved WWE. Um, it is no secret. Um, as a matter of fact, I acknowledged this on the Wrestling for Life Network that, within, like, with Vince in control, like earlier this year, I want to say April, May, June, I publicly listed my disdain for not just WWE, but the whole of pro wrestling. I could call the matches like uh, before they even happened. Literally, if I was a DraftKings player, I think I'd be like a fucking millionaire if I started betting um, 3, 4 years ago. Um, they pushed the shitty wrestlers. When Austin Theory won Money in the Bank, I hated it. They had the same 5 people every goddamn show. We didn't have a good roster, and if there was, like, half of it was getting released. Um, that was another thing too. The whole budget cuts and shit, but yet they had enough money to do cinematic matches and to sign people like Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, and put part timers like Goldberg and John Cena into a pedestal. People like that, things like that, and when they tried to push good wrestlers, they were trash at it. It was terrible. It was terrible. And let's talk about another thing, the NXT call ups. Hey, you just got brought up by the greatest brand in pro wrestling, NXT. What happens now? You dress up in a helmet and suspenders. You're a former NXT, no, actually you're the current NXT champion. Go out there in suspenders and shit. Like, nah, man. Um yeah, Vince was very out of touch. He didn't know who to push. If you had a good body and you're a shitty wrestler, like if you had a good body and you didn't know, well, no, if you had a good body and you knew how to talk, there you go. You're ready to go. He didn't care about who was good in the ring or who the fans liked. Vince cared who he liked. You know, Austin Theory is a guy. It's a good example. Austin Theory is a guy that nobody likes. He got the Money in the Bank contract, and I bet if Vince was still there, Austin Theory would probably be Universal Champion by now. Who's another fucking one? Um, I'm trying to think of other ones, but I knew there were people. Um, I'll think about some, but Austin Theory is a good example. Um, Shitty gimmicks as well. I mean, Max Dupree was a shitty one. Um, Again, as I said, Keith Bearcat Lee, the suspender carrying cross. It was like, imagine watching all those good people in NXT and you don't watch WWE for a while, then you tune into an episode of SmackDown or an episode of Raw, and then you see fucking LA Knight with these weird ass clothing workshop things. Like, what the fuck? Um, yeah, it was weird. Um, but with Hunter saved the product. I would gotta say so. 3, 4 months ago, watching an episode, not even, I think Triple H took over 3 months ago. So let's say 6 months ago, Raw was dreadful. It was it was trash. It was dumpster fire. 3 hours of nonsense. I remember SmackDown before WrestleMania was all promo packages and backstage interviews and shit. No wrestling and all that. WWE was just all promos and shit like that. Barely any matches. The only time you'll get a lot of wrestling in WWE is if it was a pay per view or a Raw with a shit ton of title matches. That was it. Hunter, it seems like we barely get promos unless it's for a big storyline. Back in Vince's WWE, there was the only good storylines was for titles or unless you were facing someone like Roman Reigns or Triple H or something. Triple H's WWE, every single thing on the show had a story. Barely any pointless matches, barely any jobber matches, stuff like that. Hunter saved WWE. Um, Another thing, the returns. The returns have been killing it. Everyone's been doing their thing. It's not like someone returns and then the momentum's blocked. Let's talk about them. Karrion Kross in a world title storyline. Dexter Lumis doing something good with the Miz. LA Knight. Well, we're gonna have to find that out. Legado del Fantasma seems like they're going after Hit Row. I think Hit Row is the only flop of return. I don't give a shit about Hit Row. Candice LeRae going after the whole damage control shit. Johnny Gargano entering a feud with Austin Theory. It's good. It's good. And I might have missed some. There's been quite a few. Braun Strowman with the Alpha Academy. The Alpha Academy, too. Let's talk about Chad Gable and Braun Strowman. Chad Gable and Braun Strowman 6 months ago would have been a squash. 2 minutes. Braun dominates him. Goodbye. You're done. Now, Chad Gable almost beat Braun Strowman in multiple occasions. And I love it. So, and let's talk about the pay-per-views. There's a lot of things. I'm just thinking of all these at the top of my head. Every pay-per-view in WWE besides a WrestleMania never delivers. Has always been flops. SummerSlam has been amazing. Clash at the Castle has been amazing. Extreme Rules felt like WrestleMania that wasn't a WrestleMania. Like the words of Sheamus, banger after banger after banger. Extreme Rules, no match sucked. None of them. And it seemed like nobody was a challenger for Roman Reigns heading into WrestleMania 38. Now we have a shit ton of people. Seth Rollins, Karrion Kross, Cody Rhodes, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, anyone he builds, Sheamus, Gunther. You have a shit ton of people that can take the championship away from Roman Reigns. Another thing, the Intercontinental and U.S. championships have been treated like shit for the longest time. These current reigns with Bobby Lashley and Gunther, they're featured all the time on TV. They're being defended a lot. They're being defended against top tier superstars. At the time of this recording, tonight on Raw, Bobby Lashley will face Seth Rollins for the United States Championship. Normally, it would be someone like, I don't know, freaking Slapjack from Retribution. Like, yawn. Don't want to see it, bro. Like, the creativity is improved, the production's improved, the stories have improved. Sometimes it feels a little bit TV-14 at times and not too kiddish. Triple H has righted enormous wrongs from Vince. It's good, you know. Every match on Raw and SmackDown seems important, and when there is a bathroom break match, it's like 2 minutes long. It's not like it will be like half of the whole show. And yeah, obviously, I think we can all agree Bray Wyatt's return has been a banger. They've done everything right to my boy Bray Wyatt. Yeah, I cannot wait to see what Triple H does next. I'm just making this short video to just sort of give my thoughts on Triple H's WWE and how it saved my view on WWE. I was this close to being like, screw you, WWE can eat my nuts. You could literally find a post on my Twitter and of me probably saying WWE is shit. I don't like it no more. But anyways, guys, that's going to have to do it for today's video. What are your thoughts on Triple H's WWE? Leave it down in the comments below. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. We are almost at 30 subscribers. Please get us to 100 and let's say 150 subscribers by the end of 2022. I believe we can get there. We're almost at 10,000 channel views. If we get to 10K channel views by the time October is over, I will do a My Career Mode series, and probably do wrestling games, like, you know, dream match series or something like that. So if you guys want that, leave that down in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, tell your friends, share it on all your platforms, Instagram stories, Twitter posts. I don't give a shit. Reddit, even though I don't use Reddit, Facebook, whatever. Anyways, this has been your boy Willie Does Wrestling. Be good people, and peace.